welcome to the Anime Say Awards. This is the second part. This is the most shithouse anime of the year 2012 awards, where I will induct 5 anime series into the very prestigious Shithouse Hall of Fame. And in this Shithouse Hall of Fame, I put all the worst, god-awful anime I've ever seen in my life into a little place where I can forget they ever existed. Alright, well, this year I've got a monkey on my back that I need to get fucking rid of. You son of a bitch. Anyways, this monkey, I need to get rid of him. By the end of this episode, he will be gone. He'll be gone. Alright, let's get right into this. Alright. I'm okay. I'm okay, guys. Alright. Let's just talk about the runner-up. I don't want to get straight into the 5. I just want to talk about one anime that was bad this year, but not so bad it deserves to be forgotten completely and burnt and destroyed and killed. And that anime is Magi or Magi. You may remember I was doing a few little video reviews of it, whatever. I liked it. But the more I watched it, the more I grew to not like it. And it's not because the material is bad, or the story is bad, the characters are bad, nothing like that. It's because the production is god-awful shit. It is horrible. It's like A1 Studios just wasted all their budget on Sword Art Online and just gave this absolute shit. There's been horrible animation, horrible pacing for this. It's just, they've really messed up this adaptation. I do not like it. They've wrecked it. Anyways, that's just my runner-up. It still deserves to be watched, despite the production being pretty damn crap, and A1 just fucking the whole adaptation up. But anyways, let's move on to the shittest fucking shithouse of the shithouse anime of the shithouse 2012. Number 5. Kingdom. Oh my god, what a god-awful anime. The art style shit, the story is shit, everything about it is shit. It is so boring. It's so boring and it's so long and it's so crap. It is just not good. Anyone who's watched this, well, I'm sure people are not watching it anymore because it's just so boring. It's one of those series that you just drop. And I honestly did. I dropped it. I just could not bear to watch this anymore. I felt it was insulting my intelligence and a waste of my time. It was awful. And I don't want to ever have to think about it again. It's ugly, boring, and not worth anyone's time. Alright. Number 4. Arcana Familia. Now, this is a bad anime. Not fun, boring, not humorous, boring. It is just shit. There's nothing fun about it, nothing cute, just nothing enjoyable in general about this anime. I just struggle to even find a modicum of enjoyment from it, and I did not. Making it another series that I ultimately dropped like it was not hot. Because it was not. It was shit. It was Shithouse. Alrighty then, moving on to the next one, yeah. Number fucking 3. Number 3 is K. Yes, a one-letter anime that really kind of sums up my entire thoughts on the series. Okay, I guess, okay. It is just another boring series. It has like all these beautiful animations of, but the story is just shithouse. The story is so unbelievably uninteresting, and that I just don't understand how it works. That you have such a beautiful animation and music, but the story and the characters are just so inherently boring and unlikable. And I just struggled to find any enjoyment with this series, much like the other two I just mentioned. It was just really boring. The thing that really tips this over was that it had potential. It had a lot of potential, but it was just an unbelievable failure overall because it did not in any way live up to its potential. It looked great, it sounded great, but it was not great. It was just, okay. Number two is Black Rock Shooter. This is another anime that, you know, has all this amazing visual style, but it's just really lacking in the story department, and the characters are so fucking hateable. I just hate these characters. Oh my god, oh I'm whinging about this, oh I'm sucking about this, I'm emo, oh I'll cut myself, oh god damn it, I don't want to see these characters, they're so fucking annoying. I don't want to hear these characters whinging when a lot of the stuff that happens is their own fault. Their own fault, and a lot of it, they're just over-dramatizing everything. I don't know how anyone could just care about these characters or anything. And the whole Black Rock Shooter world, it makes no sense, it's pointless, and the way it all connects in the end was just so poorly handled. It was just a massive mistake, this series. I mean, you're trying to adapt, I think it was a song? How do you make a song into a whole anime series? And you know, it was just an utter failure in the end because it was boring, it was annoying, it was frustrating, and it was just painful to watch. Painful to watch this series. It looks great, but the story is just so mind-numbingly fucked and shithouse that I just could not bear it. Anyways, the final and most shithouse anime of the year. This will be the final one to get this monkey off my back. The worst anime. No. The most shithouse anime of 2012 is Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online is an anime that really could have been brilliant. The concept is very similar to Greed Island from Hunter x Hunter, one of my favourite arcs of that series, and this fails in so many ways, in such grand fashion. It is just an utter failure. There's so much potential in this concept, yet they drop the ball repeatedly, time after time after time. Losing interest, pacing is horrible, adaptation was just pretty fucking weak. They're putting the pacing so bad, the art style is very inconsistent, the animation is inconsistent, and you know, it's just the story was very shallow in the end, and a lot of it makes no sense. So much illogical shit happens, but as with all these other series in the most shithouse of 2012 I've mentioned, it's boring. It's boring. There's so much boring shit in this series. It's like, how are you trying to make me stay entertained when you constantly keep throwing one uninteresting plot point after another at me? How am I meant to enjoy this when I can't? I know that might not make sense to say, but how do you enjoy something that just doesn't want you to? Sword Art Online is one of those things that works against itself. It keeps throwing plot points and characters that only further confuse and make things more frustrating for the viewer. You have a character who is so affably a villain for no real apparent reason than other than just being a villain. He wants to rape us or whatever. Why? Why? Give some layers to this character. And then you have Kirito, for some reason, is such an utter badass for no reason. Oh, he's just playing a game and he's so fucking good at games that he's good at real life fighting now? Where's the sense in that? And then you have the whole illogical plot holes throughout the whole series. Look, I could go on for times and times and times and ages and ages and ages and eons and eons and eons about how shithouse Sword Art Online is. But the real problem with this series was that it did not even understand how to tell a story. It just didn't. It seemed like it was being made up along the way, which is never a good thing when it's an adaptation. And there's so many plot holes, the pacing was just terrible, and overall it was just so painfully lackluster and just disappointing. This is something that personally I thought was going to be great. I watched the first few episodes, I was like, wow, this is awesome. Immediately after that, it started to drop in quality. Things started to go downhill to the point where I was like, what the fuck happened? This was a brilliant idea, but it just was so poorly handled. And this is just another example of A1 not being a good studio. They don't know how to do adaptations. They don't. And they should stop. They really should stop. Sword Art Online was the most shithouse anime of 2012. It was the most overrated anime of 2012. And I am, thank fucking God, thank you for letting me get this monkey off my back. Thank fuck. Oh, I'm at a loss for words. This was a shithouse year in many ways, but it was also a good year if you've seen my best of 2012. I had more good anime, so I'm gonna say, in the end, 2012 was a good year. There was some shithouse, but there was some good house? Anyways, that's it for my shithouse of the year. Let me know how much of a dickhead I am in the comments section below. Rate, comment, subscribe, like, blah 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 blah. Facebook and Twitter is in the little description. Follow me, like that, all that shit. Love you guys, hate you guys, fuck you all, I love you all. Give me a hug, please. Kiss me on the cheek, whatever. Stroke my beard. Hello. And goodbye. What was that sound? Haters. We're coming!